Dear students, welcome back to the virtual class of IP. Today we are going to learn the very important part of MySQL, that is constraint. A constraint is a rule or check on data which is to be entered. It checks and ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data. In simple words, we can say constraint is a condition on data to be entered. If the data is according to the constraint, then it will be entered, else not. Constraint can be defined at the time of table creation as it has already been mentioned in the previous classes, or it can be added after creation with the help of alter command. Types of constraints. There are two types of constraints, column level. These are those constraints which are applied to only one column. Table level, the constraint which is applied to whole table. We will be dealing with column level as per the syllabus. So, these are the column level constraints. Number 1, not null. It means the column must not have null as a value. Number 2, default. It is used to specify the default value of a column. If any column has been given default constraint, then whenever a new record is added in the table, we need not to enter the value of that column. Unique. It ensures that all values of a column are different. It can include null as a value. Primary key and foreign key. These we have read earlier under the heading type of keys. The purpose is same, but in reality these are considered both as constraint and keys because in both cases primary key of one table is the foreign key of another. These are used in combination when we want to retrieve unique record by setting relations between two or more tables. Important point related to primary key constraint is that the column with this constraint must have unique value for all records and cannot be null. Now let's see how to use constraints. Adding a constraint. As already discussed, that constraints can be added in two ways, at the time of table creation or after table creation. See the examples on the screen how constraints are defined at the time of table creation. These are two ways we can define constraint. For adding constraint after table creation, we use alter table in the format shown in example. Same alter table with drop clause removes the unwanted constraint. The syntax is shown in the example. This will delete only the constraint, not the data and column. And modify with alter table will allow you to change the constraint of any column as we have changed the data type of column in previous lectures. Hence we can say alter table command help us to make changes in table structure both for adding, modifying, deleting the columns as well as constraints. That's all for today.